Imagine standing still, not in fear of a criminal, but in front of the law itself. One decision, one sentence, and your existence is erased. No rewind, no correction, no second chance. This is not a story about crime. This is a story about power. This is the history of execution. Since the beginning of civilization, humans searched for order. We created rules. We created courts. We created justice. But at some point, we created something else. A punishment so final, so absolute, that once used, it could never be undone. Execution. Sometimes called justice, sometimes called deterrence, and sometimes revealed as a terrible mistake. Tonight we open one of the darkest files in human history. Let's travel back more than 4,000 years. Ancient Babylon. Here, law was not flexible. It was carved in stone. The Code of Hammurabi declared a simple rule. If you take a life, you lose your life. No psychology, no context, no mercy. The law didn't ask why. It only asked what. And Babylon was not alone. In ancient Egypt, in China, in early civilizations across the world, execution was not shocking. It was normal. To break the law meant to disappear from life itself. Order was reserved through fear. Then came ancient Greece, the birthplace of philosophy, of logic, of questions. And that was the problem. One man asked too many questions. His name was Socrates. He didn't murder. He didn't steal. He didn't betray the state. His crime was dangerous. He taught people how to think. The authorities feared his influence. The law reacted. A philosopher was executed. For the first time in history, people began to wonder, can the law be wrong? Now we enter the Middle Ages, an era ruled by kings, religious authority, and absolute power. Here, execution was no longer just punishment, it was a message. One accusation was enough. Witch, heretic, traitor. Trials were short. Defense was weak. Outcomes were predictable. Executions were public, not to serve justice, but to teach fear. The crowd was meant to watch, to remember, to obey. Law became theater, and fear became policy. In the 18th century, something changed. A quiet revolution began inside the human mind. An Italian philosopher, Cesare Beccaria, asked a forbidden question. If the state kills a human being, how is it morally different from the criminal? This idea was radical, dangerous, unacceptable, but it spread. For the first time, execution was not seen as obvious. It was questioned. And once people question power, power is never the same again. Today, the world is split in two. Some nations abolished execution completely. They say, justice must never be irreversible. Others still defend it. They argue, some crimes are unforgivable. Some punishments must be final. But history introduced a terrifying truth. People have been executed and later proven innocent. Wrong witnesses, wrong evidence, wrong decisions, and no system can bring a life back. Imagine this scenario. The judge makes a mistake. The witness lies. The system fails. What happens next? Execution does not accept apologies. It does not allow corrections. It does not forgive human error. It is the only punishment that assumes perfection from an imperfect system. And that is what makes it terrifying. Execution is not just a punishment. It is a mirror reflecting how a society sees justice, power, and human life. Do we kill to prove authority? Or do we stop to prove humanity? History has not answered this question, and maybe it never will. Because the most dangerous power humanity ever claimed was deciding who deserves to live.